For someone so smart, why are you still procrastinating? It's not just you. A 2016 study found that people with higher IQs actually tend to procrastinate more. Surprising, right? Being brilliant doesn't immunize you against wasting hours on Reddit or YouTube. In fact, it might invite it. Picture this. You have a big project due tomorrow and suddenly reorganizing your sock drawer feels urgent. Or you catch yourself researching best pencil sharpeners of 2025 instead of finishing a report. Guilty as charged. It's like having a Ferrari brain but insisting on taking it for a slow, aimless Sunday drive. We've all been there, even the high performers. 1 minute you're an intellectual powerhouse, the next you're 45 minutes deep into cat videos. For high achievers, this is a painful paradox. You know time is precious. You know exactly how important that task is. Yet here you are, doom scrolling or perfecting a trivial detail while the real work languishes. The result? Last-minute scrambles, midnight panic sessions, and a nagging guilt that whispers, "You're wasting your potential." It's not laziness. You're working hard, just on the wrong things at the wrong time, and it feels awful because you expect more from yourself. You're not alone. Even CEOs, doctors, and straight-A students secretly battle this cycle of plan to work, procrastinate, panic, repeat. Root cause. Why does this happen to people who should know better? Psychology has an answer. Procrastination isn't a time management problem. It's an emotional management problem. According to Dr. Tim Cycle, we procrastinate to avoid negative feelings, anxiety about the task, fear of failure, uncertainty, boredom. The task feels bad, so we escape it to feel good, at least temporarily. And if you're really smart, it gets trickier. You can overthink and psyche yourself out. Highly intelligent people imagine every possible outcome and disaster, which can trap them in doubt and analysis paralysis. Your big brain is great at planning, but also great at worrying. You set impossibly high standards, telling yourself, "I'll start when I have the perfect plan," or "I work best under pressure." Classic perfectionism and rationalization at play. Ironically, your greatest strength, your mind, becomes the weight that slows you down. The smarter you are, the better you can craft sophisticated procrastination excuses. Ouch. Okay, so that's the diagnosis. What do researchers say about the solution? First, willpower alone won't save you. Renowned psychologist Roy Baumeister found that self-control is like a muscle, a finite resource that gets fatigued with use. After a day of tough decisions and brain work, even a genius can run out of willpower gas. So simply yelling at your brain to focus, darn it, isn't reliable, and it's not fun either. Instead, smart people need smart strategies. Stanford professor B.J. Fogg, of Tiny Habits fame, discovered that if you make a task super small and easy, you're far less likely to procrastinate. Why? A tiny task doesn't provoke that heavy emotional resistance. When it's simple and tiny, people are much less likely to procrastinate, Fogg explains. In the same vein, productivity experts swear by the 2-minute rule. Reduce any daunting task to just a 2-minute start. Research shows that committing to just a couple minutes of effort can spark enough momentum to keep you going. Think of it as tricking your brain. I'm not writing the whole report. I'm just writing for 120 seconds. By lowering the bar, you sidestep the fear and inertia. And once you've started, that initial dread often fades, and you find yourself surprisingly willing to continue. In short, small starts can lead to big progress. Science and experience agree on this. The hardest part is starting, and you can hack it by making that start ridiculously easy. Let's apply this insight in a simple tool you can use right now. Why 90 seconds? It's quick enough to feel trivial but long enough to get your gears turning. Here's how to flip your procrastination on its head in just 1.5 minutes. Shrink the task. Identify the tiniest possible action on your project. Too stuck to write an essay? Tell yourself you'll just write one rough sentence. Dreading a messy room? Plan to pick up just 5 items. Make it laughably small. Set a 90-second timer. Seriously, pull out your phone and set a timer. This is your tiny deadline. Go all in for 90 seconds. Work on that little task immediately and with focus, knowing you can stop when the timer rings. Give it your full effort for just a minute and a half. No multitasking, no distractions. You can do anything for 90 seconds, right? When the alarm goes off, stop and check in. One of two things will happen. Option A. You've built momentum and you want to keep going. Great, keep that train rolling. Option B. You still feel stuck or drained. That's okay. You're free to stop without guilt. Even in the worst case, you've at least done 90 seconds of work, which beats 0 seconds. But very often, you'll find that once you started, the task isn't as bad as the monster your brain imagined. In psychology terms, you've broken the action threshold. Those first moments of action dissipate some anxiety, and now it's easier to continue. In fact, the just a bit more effect often kicks in. You do 90 seconds, then say, "Hey, I can do another 5 minutes," and suddenly you're in the zone. This little trick works because it builds instant momentum. You've basically outsmarted your procrastinating brain by making the first step too simple to resist. The bottom line? Being smart doesn't magically cure procrastination, but understanding why it happens gives you the power to change it. So the next time you catch yourself wasting time, remember, you can flip the script in just 90 seconds. Give your brain that small push and watch the bigger work follow. If you found this helpful, or at least entertaining, don't procrastinate on hitting the subscribe button. It only takes a second, way less than 90, and you'll get more science-backed, relatable tips to boost your productivity. Go ahead. Join our community of smart people working with our brains, instead of against them. Thanks for watching till the end. That already proves you can focus like a champ. Now you got 90 seconds. Ready, set, go conquer something.